Over the last 14 years of Lego Ninjago's history, they have released dozens of incredible suits for the ninja to wear. Some are definitely more incredible than others. But in today's video, we're not going to be talking about the greatest suits ever or the worst suits ever. We're going to be talking about the most forgotten suits. Suits that nobody's ever talking about in the community. These are incredible suits that just didn't receive the love that I feel they deserve. So if you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button and subscribe down below. It's completely free and you can unsubscribe later on. Also, drop a comment. What suits do you think are the most forgotten in the community? With that being said, let's dive into today's video and talk about these 10 forgotten Lego Ninjago Ninja suits. Now, starting off with the first one, and this list is in no particular order here today, it's just 10 suits that I felt were forgotten. The first one we're going to talk about today is actually going to be the Fugitive Suits from Season 16 Crystallized. Now, obviously, Crystallized did not go over well with the community, and it's one of the most hated seasons of Ninjago ever. And I think that really contributed to the downfall of some of these designs and suits. I've talked previously about the Crystal Warriors and how those are completely forgotten about, and those are incredible designs. But these Fugitive suits for the ninja are phenomenal. The color schemes on all four of them just knock it out of the park. Lloyd's looks good other than the minifigure including golden armor instead of dark gray. But overall, these suits are done very, very, very well. I really love these suits, and I'm not even a big fan of this hood design. But I think that these were simply forgotten because of Crystallized hate for that season. And nobody wants to talk about Crystallized or think about Crystallized, and so these suits kind of get forgotten along the way. Also with Crystallized, this wasn't the only suit released. They released this one, they released the golden variant of this one, and then the dragon form minifigure. So everybody was most excited to get their hands on minifigures like the dragon form instead of really caring about just the standard suit. And so that is why I think that the Fugitive suits from Crystallized earned themselves a spot on the most forgotten suits list. Let's move on to the next one. All right, now the next suits up that I want to talk about have to be the high school minifigures from the Ninjago movie. Once again, the Ninjago movie did not go over very well with the community, and the design changes obviously left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. But the high school minifigures are so dang cool. I love seeing casual versions of the ninja. These are like the only casual versions that we've ever received. You get a couple more styles with some of the Ninjago city sets, but this is basically the end of casual for the ninja. And for ninjas like Kai, this is the only casual version that we ever receive. And that Kai minifigure is phenomenal. And by the way, it goes for like $70 now, apparently. This thing has really shot up in value. But the other high school minifigures other than Kai are worth basically nothing, but they're so dang cool. I mean, the high school Nia minifigure with the black leather jacket and the ripped jeans is such a cool figure. The Lloyd Garmadon, I mean, there's so many Lloyd variants with the high school form from the Ninjago movie. My favorite has to be the one with the sweatshirt hood up. There are so many cool variants of him, though, and it's just a great casual Lloyd minifigure. Another one of my favorites has to go to the black leather jacket Cole minifigure. So dang cool, guys. I absolutely love this one. Jay with the orange scarf is a great inclusion. There are so many cool designs with these Ninjago regular standard minifigures, and I would love to see more casual suits for the ninja released in the regular Ninjago line. You know, we get so many ninja suits over and over and over and over again. It's like, this is such a breath of fresh air. And these just aren't super hyped for most people simply because it comes out of the Ninjago movie, and most people just forget about the Ninjago movie entirely. They just kind of want to, wipe it out of their brains. But these suits or these outfits are so cool for the ninja, and I really, really, really hope Lego Ninjago continues to go down the route and create more casual outfits for the ninja. It's so much fun, and it's so different than the same old ninja suits over and over and over again. These definitely earned their place on this list. Let's move on. All right, the next suits up are going to be the standard core suits from 2022 and on. I love the core suits. And while there are definitely some really bad core sets, there are some really good ones too. And I think a lot of people looked at the core line when it released in 2022, saw that J core dragon, saw the Kai core dragon, and were like, what on earth is this? I don't want to collect or buy that garbage. And they just didn't pay attention to minifigures. But the minifigures like the J and the Kai and the Lloyd, the Cole, the Nia, these 5 are fantastic. While I think the Zane one isn't the best compared to the other 5, I really, really love these 5 suits for the Ninja. And I think if they would have appeared in the TV show, people would have really enjoyed them more. I guess they did technically appear in Dragons Rising. They got a little bit of screen time there in season 1 of Dragons Rising. But I think that these suits are just completely forgotten about simply because, 1, it didn't appear in the TV show, and 2, not many people wanted to collect the core sets. And while that's understandable, like I said, there's quite a few really, really terrible core sets that I don't know how they got made and put through production. There are also some incredible core sets as well. I mean, the core dojo temple for the Ninja is one of the best temple builds Ninjago has ever released. The Lloyd's legendary dragon is a phenomenal $70 dragon, probably the best $70 dragon ever released here in this modern era of Lego Ninjago. I mean, it is fantastic for $70. There are definitely some great options in the core line as well. Great sets in there that I just definitely forgotten about, but that's its own video, Forgotten Ninjago sets. But yeah, these core suits are really, really good. And they're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You know, there's definitely some oddities about each of them. The leg color is always different here on them, but minifigures like that J, like I said, that torso, the blue with the yellow, that light yellow, and then you've got like a sandy blue for the legs. Oh man, it is really, really good. Absolutely love these minifigures. Let's move on to the next one. All right, and next up, I'm going to be talking about the Dragon Master minifigures from Hunted. I never see anybody talking about these figures, but these genuinely have to be like the best designed gimmick minifigures ever. I mean, these things are fantastic. Literally all 5 of them are perfect. Well, I mean, Zane's bright blue eyes are a little freaky, but overall, these 5 are fantastic minifigures. Absolutely love these. I remember when they came out and I got the golden one and like the Kai one right away. And I was just blown away by these flyer minifigures. I mean, such good figures for a gimmick set. I just am absolutely in love with these minifigure designs. They are so dang good, but nobody's ever talking about them because it's just from a random gimmick set from back in the day. You know, back in the day, I guess it was like 6-7 years ago now. But these are so good. But these gimmick sets get completely forgotten about because the gimmick sets are never good sets, or very, very rarely it's a good set. And so I think that's, once again, you know, something that's contributing to this. Nobody really cares about the old Dragon Flyers. Nobody cares about old gimmick sets other than spinners. So, you know, these minifigures are just left and forgotten about entirely. But we got to bring these guys back. We got to bring the hype up for these guys because these suits are so dang good, guys. The pants are fantastic on here. Torso design, and even that hood. I love that hood design from the Ninjago movie. I really, really do. That one, I think, is just one of the best hood designs they've released. Man, these are such good figures, guys. Somebody's got to start talking about them, and I'm starting it. Let's talk about these figures. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next up, guys, we got to talk about the Tournament of Sources suits from last year. I love these suits. Cole's, Kai's. I mean, Kai's isn't even real, and it's like, wow. Lloyd and Nia's look phenomenal. Even Zane's isn't even that bad in this situation. These suits are so dang cool. And the reason I think they're overshadowed and not many people talked about them was simply because last year with Dragons Rising Season 2, they released some of the best ninja suits we have seen in years. The mech pilot suits are phenomenal. The climber suits are phenomenal. So when you've got this suit right behind 2, right off the bat, fan favorites, they're loving these suits so much. When you get this one right behind it, there was definitely less hype for the tournament suits, but these tournament suits are so dang good. And I think that these tournament suits are better than the OG tournament suits from Season 4. The OG tournament suits from Season 4 definitely are not my favorite. Now, I'm not talking the jungle suits, I'm talking the tournament suits. But these are really, really good, like very, very good suits. Colors are very, very bright and vibrant on them. Detailed design on them are done very, very well. Armor piece is fantastic on there as well. Overall, these things are done just really, really well. And like I said, I think they're forgotten simply because they're following up on the mech pilot suits and the climber suits, which are just some of the best suits Ninjago has released in years. So, man, these are so good. These are definitely really good. Just looking at these suits, I absolutely love them. All right, and let's move on to the next suit on the list. Okay, and the next suit I have on the list is going to be the Digi suits from Season 12. I love these suits, and that might be a hot take. I don't know. People might not like these. First off, I love Season 12. I think that Season 12 is really, really good. But these suits are really fantastic. My favorite one has to go to Cole, of course. The black and white color scheme on Cole's is just, woo, it is good. It is really, really good. But the Kai one is fantastic as well. The J one is really, really good. Lloyd and Nia look good. Nia's definitely my least favorite here of the 5 suits from the Digi line. But hey, hers still looks really good as well. Unfortunately, I think these suits struggled and are just not hyped up as much simply because they followed Season 11. Season 11 is once again known as one of the worst seasons in Ninjago's history, and so a lot of people would have just not cared about what followed. They'd have been really turned off and turned away from Ninjago after watching Season 11, and so I think that that gave the Digi suits an unfair kind of position to begin in. And, I mean, these are really good suits, and I think Season 12 is a really, really good season for Ninjago, especially from the Wild Brain era. But these suits are so dang cool, guys. They're so cool. They're so fun. They're different. They're exactly what the Ninja needed for a video game-styled suit. I absolutely love it. They're so much fun. Colors on these are just really, really good. Like I said, the black and white for Cole is just very, very good. I mean, phenomenal. Lloyd has that, like, really faint green. Man, they're so cool, man. They're so cool. Love these minifigures, and I definitely wish they got more hype because I think they're so cool. All right, the next ones up I got to talk about are going to be the Sons of Garmadon suits. Now, if you guys know me, I love the Sons of Garmadon suits. I love Sons of Garmadon. I think it's like the 3rd best season of all time. Maybe even pushing 2nd. I mean, it is really fantastic. But unfortunately, these suits and this season struggled simply because it followed the Ninjago movie. And of course, the Ninjago movie is famous for the redesigns of the characters, which definitely turned a lot of people away from Ninjago. And Lego's response towards the fandom turned a lot of fans away as well. So with these Sons of Garmadon suits, though, they're peak. I mean, these are fantastic. I have 5 or 6 of this Sons of Garmadon Kai minifigure. Every time I find one in, like, Bricklink and somebody's selling one, it's like, okay, put it in my cart. I need another one. I don't even know why I need another one, but I do. I love this Kai minifigure. It is so cool. These suits are what I feel like the ninja should be wearing in general. Ninja are not supposed to be flashy, and of course the ninja are flashy. They're cool. They're elemental powers, but these are some of their most subtle suits since the pilots. I mean, this is, like, fantastic when it comes to a ninja designed suit. They're so dang good. So dang good. Nia's, this is one of my favorite suits from Nia. One of my favorite suits from Jay. Obviously, one of my favorite suits from Kai. Zane, his definitely isn't my favorite again. But Lloyd and Cole look really good as well. I will say Cole's, though, unfortunately, looks just so dang similar to his Ninjago movie self that it's kind of hard to differentiate between the two. But the other 4 suits, they're so good, so good. I mean, even Zane's is pretty good. Even Zane's is pretty good. And Zane's is typically the suit that I feel like falls behind all the rest, but even Zane's is pretty good here. Overall, I love these suits, and I think that they just struggled simply because it followed the Ninjago movie. But Sons of Garmadon is known as one of the greatest seasons of all time. It's just a lot of people didn't even get a chance to watch it or didn't want to take a chance to watch it because they hated the redesigns. And that's definitely really unfortunate because it's got one of the best storylines, some of the best writing, and some of these coolest suits ever that Ninjago has released. All right, and the next ones up that I'm going to talk about are going to be the Stone Armor Ninja minifigures. And Stone Armor, I mean, Kai, Jay, and Cole's. Because let's be real, Zane and Lloyd's is definitely very dated from 2014. But Kai's, Jay's, and Cole's are phenomenal. And I think that these are simply forgotten because they were all released individually in different little ways. Kai's was released in a Target exclusive cube, just like the Lloyd DX. The Cole's was released inside of a small little like cube boxing. I think it was Walmart exclusive. And the J was released inside of a book. And so having these three released in such weird ways made it very difficult for people to actually get their hands on these minifigures at the time. Obviously, you can just order them now and they're not too expensive or hard to get. But since they didn't actually release alongside Season 3, they were released, in a really terrible manner. And I think that just kind of, people don't even know that some of these exist. If you're going through Season 3 sets, the Kai, Jay, and Cole minifigures just don't exist there. They don't come out with the Stone Armor variants. I mean, you have the fake Jay one where they just, I don't even know how they messed that up and gave him the wrong torso, but you have the old variant of Jay if you want to consider that Stone Armor. But these suits are so good, and I always rank these three at the top of my list for ranking the ninja suits for each individual ninja. These are some of the best designed suits we have ever seen, and I don't think we'll ever see many that are better than this. They are so dang good. And while they are less accurate technically to the show than the Season 3 ones from 2014, they're still way too cool. I mean, the leg printing on these, the extra details here, they're really cool. And while it's less accurate to the show really did a terrible job in Season 3 without giving the ninja leg printing to begin with. I mean, I never understood how the rebooted suits never had leg printing. You go from suits like the ZX suits, the Final Battle, the kimono robes, the Golden Ninja, the energy suits. I mean, you go from that level of detail to the rebooted suits. Just didn't make sense to me at the time and still doesn't. I just don't understand the no leg printing. It was cheap and lazy. And so seeing these rebooted minifigures with the fancy leg printing, it's like, it makes the old heart skip a beat, guys. It's like, woo! Those are gorgeous, gorgeous. And I mean, the Kai has an exclusive face down there as well. You got to love that one. But Cole and Jay's look fantastic as well. Wow. Wow, are these fantastic, guys. That gets me worked up every time talking about these minifigures because they're such a good design. And like I said, if they would have just released them, people would be talking about them all the time. But actually, at the same time, I'm thankful that they didn't release them in 2014 because since they didn't, that resulted in us getting these fancy, overprinted, better quality minifigures later on down the road. What do you think, guys? Are these minifigures top tier like I think? I mean, I always rank these, Kai, Jay, and Cole, in the top 5 of each of their individual lines. I mean, they are fantastic. Let's move on to the final 2 suits. Finally, the last 2 we've got to talk about. First up, we're going back to the core line, but this time we're going back to the gimmick sets from the core line, the Forbidden Spinjitsu styled core suits. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I remember when these came out and I was blown away. I think I have 2 or 3 minifigures of this Kai alone because it's so good. This does perfectly what the Forbidden Spinjitsu minifigures from Season 11 did poorly. The J minifigure is peak. Peak. That is what I'm talking about. That's the yellow they should have used for J to begin with, not that trashy neon green yellow. The nice, light, warm yellow on the top there looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. The Kai minifigure here. The detail on the torso. The face print is great, and it's later used for the Dragon minifigures later on in the year. But this is so good, guys. It's so good. Like I said, I think I have 2 or 3, maybe it is 3. I know I have at least 2, but maybe it is 3 of this minifigure because I absolutely love it. It's such a great minifigure. And then the Lloyd one is phenomenal as well. That green color scheme there, the mash of that green, so good. And these definitely suffered. I mean, I saw these on clearance everywhere. I think a Kohl's near me still has these things in stock because nobody bought them. Why? Because once again, that core line just did not perform well. And then on top of it being the core line, it was the gimmick set, and nobody really cares about the gimmick sets anymore. They only go to get them for the minifigures. So when you have a gimmick set for a line that's already doing very poorly, that doesn't come from the show, it has no correlation to the show, whatever, it's going to result in these minifigures just not selling well. And it's such a shame because they're such good figures, guys. They're so good. They're so good. Please, if you have watched this far into the video, take $5. That's all it takes. $5. Hop on Bricklink and get yourself one of these suits. Whether you're a Jay fan, a Kai fan, or a Lloyd fan, get yourself one of these suits. You're not going to regret it. You're going to love this minifigure. It is so dang good. Man, I love these suits. They suffered from literally everything they could have suffered from, though. Wild Brain era, not being from a TV show. It's in a gimmick set, and it's from the core line. These suffered from everything they possibly could have suffered from. And they're still phenomenal. Somebody's got to hype these things up because they are definitely forgotten, but definitely incredible. Let's talk about the final one. All right, guys, the last one we got to talk about here. Oh, man, these suits are so good. It's going to be the Island suits from Season 14, The Island. I love these suits. I freaking love these suits. They are so phenomenal. And for the island being as horrific as it is, these suits carried. I mean, the atmosphere of the island is phenomenal. They created a new world for the ninja to explore. They have the peak suits, peak environment, peak color scheme, everything. And then they just really, I don't even know what happened with the story. I mean, that was like, whoa. It was rough. It was rough. But these suits are so good. The designers went all out on these, and you can tell. Cole's does include, of course, that exclusive hairpiece with the orange bandana and stuff. Wow. That's one of the most used custom minifigure pieces ever. I've made hundreds of custom minifigures, and for Cole, that is probably the most reused piece, is that hairpiece, because it's so cool. But that Cole minifigure is peak. Kai minifigure, peak. I mean, it is phenomenal. Nia minifigure, peak. This is one of the best Nia minifigures ever. This isn't like my top 10. This one is so good. Lloyd, peak. Minifigure is phenomenal. Jay. I don't think Jay's and Zane's are on the same level of the other ones, but Jay's is still very good. Zane's, once again, Zane's really falls short for me. I just don't like Zane's, but Jay's is very, very good as well. These suits bring it. They get the job done. The designers went all out here. The detail is phenomenal. It's different. It's fun. It's new. And after 10, 12 years of Ninjago at that point, that's all I was asking for was something new. I need something new to get me excited. So seeing that, oh, I love those suits. They're so, so phenomenal. If you didn't collect any of the island sets, highly recommend. Get your butt over to eBay. Most of these sets from the island did not raise in value. They're right at what they were on shelves, or they even lost some value because Lego is way overpriced these days. And I mean, that could be its whole other video talking about why these sets didn't actually increase in value like people predicted all sets to. Go check these out. Check them out online. You can get them basically at retail, or like I said, even a bit less, under what they retailed for years ago after they're retired. Check these out. Get your hands on some of these minifigures. You may hate the season, but the season 14 sets get the job done, and they get it done good. All 4 season 14 sets were fantastic in my eyes. I think they did a great job with them. So make sure to check them out on eBay, guys. Like I said, go check these out. They're definitely going to be worth your time. The minifigures are worth your time. I honestly, I don't even know why these minifigures struggled. Season 13 was a really hyped up season, but Wild Brain era, once again, Wild Brain definitely struggles. And, while I think that these are some of the most hyped suits that come out of Wild Brain, I still think that they're completely forgotten about in comparison to other stuff that we've seen for years. And I think that if these suits would have appeared in Dragon's Rising or OG Ninjago, they would definitely be on people's top 5 lists of best suits ever. They just needed the season to go with them. They needed the hype. They needed out of the Wild Brain era, and they just didn't have the season. They didn't have the era. and that unfortunately I think hurt these suits to where they just ended up being forgotten about and pushed to the back. I mean, nobody really thinks about the island unless they're doing like a ranking or something. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. I hope you guys had a great time here today. If you have any other videos or things you'd like me to rank, drop it down in the comment section below. And don't forget to drop your comment letting me know what you think the most forgotten ninja suits are. I think I did a pretty good job with the list, but I'm curious to see what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you guys for spending your time here with me today, and I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see y'all later on W Breaks.